G'day, g'day, and welcome back to Everlasting Summer, where we got the ingredients from some strange places. We came across a robot cat girl of some sort being created, and we've got a small handcart. So a few minutes later, she came back with a small handcart. I put the bag down onto it. Thanks. Don't mention it. She blushed and looked down. Oh, the letter wheel knows back. Hi, where have you been? No, good. Bye. Yes, soon. Thank you again. I shouted after her. Sometimes I felt that there are two different people living inside of Lena. But the second one, confident, happy, and sometimes even bold, only appears when she talks to me. Or am I making things up again? Well, time to go off to the cabin to get the other stuff. I thought that it would be better if I get all the ingredients at once, so I head to Olga Dmitrievna's cabin with the handcart. Finally, it seems that everything had been collected. I took the handcart with sugar outside and put the sack with the flour in it, followed by the 2 baskets of strawberries that somehow fitted in between. Play Tetris, put it in that way. And the beer was hidden under my shirt just in case. Could have just put it in the cart, you know. The day was coming to its end, so I had to hurry, as cake itself will need some time to bake. Of course, I rather enjoy lying down, closing my eyes and getting decent sleep. But I couldn't just let Olga Dmitrievna down. Couldn't let her down. Indeed, after all the trouble I've gone to, I felt personally responsible for the success of this event. Coming to the square, I stopped for a moment to catch my breath. It wasn't that the cart that was heavy. It ran smoothly without any noticeable effort required. It was just that any physical exertion caused pain to me now. Maybe you need to get a bit more fit. Both the physical and mental one. I sat down on the bench and closed my eyes for a moment. What's that? I didn't really give a damn who it was, probably just a pioneer girl taking an interest in an unfamiliar companion in distress. What are you talking about? I asked her tightly. She didn't reply. Those are the ingredients for the cake. Do you like cakes? Who am I talking to? I don't know. What? You never tried cake? I don't know. Are you talking to yourself? Obviously the girl didn't get what I was talking about, but it didn't surprise me at that moment. I really wasn't interested in the conversation. I was so tired that I had zero intention of classifying external distractions and tagging them as either common or uncommon. I see. Come down to the canteen later and have a bite. Really? Really? And what are they made of? What? I asked indifferently. Please. Hey. Well, some flour, some sugar, various fillings. Now that's a strange question. Doesn't she know what cakes are made of? And you have it all here. Yeah, sort of. And sugar. Oh, and sugar. Is that her talking? Mysterious person? And sugar. Could you lend me a little? What for? I thought it was over the top. A sudden gust of wind made me grab my kite and stick to me and open my eyes. However, nobody was there. Am I daydreaming? I noticed though that the sugar sack was untied and the small heap of it had poured out. Could it be that she was scared by the wind and ran away? Having fixed the sack, I got up from the bench and continued on my challenging strawberry way. Okay, just moving along. Nothing to see here. We're all fine. There wasn't a single person near the canteen. No wonder, dinner was still an hour away. I brought the handcart to the rear exit and handed the foodstuffs to the camp cook. She must have already been told what to do with them as she gave me such an unpleasant look. I'm not sure how long it takes to bake a cake, but it seems she had to hurry. I just wanted to relax for the remaining time up until dinner. In short, I was so tired that I just sat at the steps and waited. And you fell asleep again. My eyes closed themselves. I guess I got so tired throughout the day that I didn't even notice how someone came up to me until they patted me on the shoulder.
Hi.
Miki was standing before me. There, waking up. Didn't need a mirror to imagine the expression of skepticism and annoyance on my face.
Oh, excuse me. I must have interrupted you.
No problem, I was just sitting here.
Oh, alright then.
Miki beamed with a smile.
I was just coming to dinner. I thought that was time already. And then it appeared to me that it's too early. I decided to check just in case.
Was that the voice I gave her?
Maybe it's not me who's mistaken, but the clock is. But not the clock. Clock's can be mistaken. It's just that I misread it.
She seemed to be ultimately confused now and fell silent. It's still about half an hour before dinner.
Oh, that's great. Then I'll sit here and wait with you, if you don't mind.
Frankly speaking, I do mind. You know, I have some matters to attend to. I stopped quickly and left without saying goodbye, ignoring Miku as I always did, while she screamed something after me. Well, bye then. A minute later, I got to the square and sat on the bench with firm intention of finding a quiet and safe place here to wait for dinner. I think this is the first time in the last 4.5 days when I felt like this. I wasn't just irritated because of some insignificant details, but indeed I was really angry. I completely stopped caring about where I am and why I'm here. I don't care about how to get out either. What's driving me mad is that I always have to carry out some stupid task given by our camp leader, and it's always me who gets into stupid situations and sometimes even ends up looking like a clown. If all of this is some alien trick or a plot of the universal mind, they better consult with their psychiatrist. I gritted my teeth and clenched my fist. And the most annoying thing is that everything that happens seems to happen by itself somehow. I'd be happier not having to carry around bags of sugar that weigh a ton, but I have no choice at all. I mean, any other option would lead to much worse consequences than a muscle strain or hurt pride.
Who are you angry with?
Anya was standing in front of me and I smiled slightly. Don't know what took me that long to read that bit. You might want to watch where your fingers are going, they're going right into your eye. Nobody really. I answered absently. My fist gave me away. Just like that.
Okay, it's up to you. You better tell me, why did you run around the camp the whole day with some kind of bag?
I had to. I replied reluctantly.
I guess it was food.
Maybe it was. Well, I was about to say something, but at that moment the bell rang calling the pioneers for dinner. Dinner time. I sighed in relief and quickly headed to the canteen, leaving Juliana, should I start calling her that? Behind.
Semyon, thank you very much.
For what? Camp leader gave me a friendly smile.
For the cake, of course.
Ah, sure. It was at that exact moment that I understood the true meaning of the saying, keep your thanks to feed your cat. That's a saying.
You didn't tell anybody. It's all to be a surprise.
Yeah? Did I tell anybody?
That's my boy. And now off you go to dinner.
Olga Dmitrievna waved her hand, pointing at the canteen. To the canteen! I stepped through the doorway slowly and started to look for a free place. It turned out there were plenty today, so I got the chance to eat all alone. There was a fish with mashed potato for dinner. You need to get your omega-3. What misfortune once again, I'll be left half hungry. And didn't we have fish for lunch? Is it a fish-only day today? Having pushed my plate with the fried sea dweller away, I laid my head on my hands and closed my eyes. But soon somebody came up to the table.
Hey, are you alright?
I'm fine. Just blacking out all the time, that's all. Predicted it. I replied without changing my position.
Just tired?
Yeah, a little.
That's bad.
Xavier said it seriously. Of course.
You remember that we're going for a hike after dinner, don't you? Have you prepared everything?
I don't recall that. What? Where? I opened my eyes and lifted my head instantly. Lena was standing by Slavia.
The hike.
She was surprised.
Didn't you know?
No, didn't at all. Not at all. I put my head down on the table and covered it with my hands. If only I could sink into the ground right away. Don't say that, you don't want to fall into those tunnels again. The girls remained silent. I was left alone with my thoughts for some time, and that was fine by me. Maybe I could have sat that way until the end of dinner time, but the strong voice of Olga Dmitrievna was heard from the opposite end of the canteen.
Guys, to celebrate the miraculous rescue of our friend and comrade Shuri, we bake this cake for you all.
Hey, cake, oh, it's empty. I lifted my head idly and looked towards the camp leader, but I couldn't see anything beyond the pioneers' backs.
A second, just a second.
And nothing about me. No, that's fine. Nothing about me rescuing Shurik or gathering the ingredients for the cake. And if that's how it ought to be, well, it'd be wrong to expect anything else from our camp leader.
Let's go. Or we won't get our share.
Xavier smiled.
Let's go.
Lena agreed. Yeah, sure. I got up reluctantly and tagged along behind the girls. As we approached the crowd of pioneers, Olga Dmitrievna was just putting the cake in the center of the table.
And now,
Who's that grabbing at her? The camp leader wasn't able to finish as Alanya rushed out from the pioneer crowd and dived into the cake. You cheeky girl. Lena did too, by the looks of things. She managed to nibble in it a few times before she was pulled away. She was kicking and screaming. I stared blankly from the outside at all this drama. Eliza smiling, Lena picked up some cream with her finger, all the furious pioneers around. I felt completely out of place here. I thought that if I closed my eyes now and opened them again, here I am, back at the safety of my own apartment, in front of the computer. I blinked, but nothing changed. Only the noise in the computer became sharper.
Or aren't you? That's the limit.
That's a voice? Sure it is.
I just...
Well, in fact, behaving like this is a bit over the top, even for her. Sure, it broke into the conversation. Or is it a court-martial?
Please, Uncle Demetrius now. Since the cake is celebrating my return, it's no big deal.
He hesitated.
It doesn't matter.
The camp leader turned to Ulanya, or Uliana.
And you... Today I'm going to punch you.
Punch you? I don't think you want to be punching her.
Punish you to the fullest extent, so you'll behave next time. Whatever.
She snorted and turned back. Sure, he got bits of cake.
You might be going to go on the hike with us tonight. As if I wanted to.
I was more than willing to switch places with Uliana and skip the hike instead of her, but who knew? If I had guessed beforehand, I'd have been the first one to go berserk and smash the damn cake. After a couple of minutes of confusion, the pioneers started to disperse.
You have to get ready too. There'll be a line-up at the square in half an hour.
I looked straight into the eyes of the camp leader, trying to express my attitude non-verbally, but it seems that I failed.
Don't be late.
Uliana was sitting at the table when I approached her on my way to the exit. So why'd you do it? She looked very upset, but she had a right to be so.
I wanted to.
Uliana replied abruptly. So you're happy now?
Of course I am. And you? Good luck with the hiking.
Cheeky. She smiled mischievously, sprang up and rushed out of the canteen. Well, a little bit of luck wouldn't hurt. Walk and you shall reach, is what exactly this proverb that kept whirling in my head all the way down to the camp leader's cabin. Somehow I just couldn't manage to argue, to pretend that I'm sick, or to just skip it without reason. The events of this day taught me submissiveness. Although sometimes whatever was happening made no sense to me. As I walked in, I had a thought. Well, in fact, how should I get ready? Clothes? I only have an overcoat and a pair of jeans. Anyway, I forgot to ask whether it's going to be an overnight hike or not. I couldn't think of anything better, so I grabbed the sweater that I had on me when I arrived in the camp. The night might be fairly chilly, and shuffled slowly off to the square. All the camp was already there, although it was about 10 minutes before the time Old Community had designated. I settled down near the edge and waited patiently. Night was falling. If viewed from the outside, what a fairly comical picture we would make. Crowded pioneers lined up out of sheer habit, like they were awaiting a silent command from the bronze Skenda. And all this happened in the scarlet rays of the sunset. And there he is, waving his hand and screaming attack, as roaring soldiers with red neckerchiefs charge into the battle against some ghostly enemy. But Olga Dmitrievna showed up and started to talk instead of Kenda.
It seems everybody is here. Great.
I was so tired today that I couldn't even think about anything, so I ended up just listening to the camp leader. Good.
Now, today we'll go hiking.
It is
essential for every pioneer to be able to come and rescue his comrade, to offer a helping hand in the hour of need, saving him from a hopeless situation. We had to learn to hold these things together.
A whisper that ran through the pioneer crowd suggested that most probably this truly epic expedition would end in a clearing in the forest several hundred feet away from the square. Somehow I thought so too.
We'll walk in pairs. So if you haven't chosen a partner for yourself yet, now's time to do so.
Pioneers quickly caught on to the idea and started to match pairs. Looked like I was the only one without a partner. Slavia was enthusiastically discussing something with old Dmitrievna. Lena was with Miku, and Electronic was, of course, with Shuri. Well, it might be not a bad idea to go alone after all.
Samuel?
The voice of the camp leader pulled me out of my thoughts. I went up to her reluctantly.
I see you haven't found a partner.
Seems like it.
Then you'll join Xenia. She is alone too.
I was struck with that special kind of despair that only a true loner can experience. So it appears I'm left with the prickly librarian that I wouldn't risk spending a couple hours with even if I was paid for it. Although we both seem to be in the same boat now. I slowly approached Xenia. And with that, that's all time we've got for this episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you enjoy what I do, like and subscribe. Well, that said, thanks for watching, have a fantastic day, and be sure to tune in next time. Cheerio!